In this week's Parsha, we read about the Tower of Babel. The people in this society wanted to build a tower so high that it would reach the heavens. They thought in order to do this, everyone had to be the same, so they would all have the same goal, which was to work on the tower. The Midrash tells us, if one brick fell while they were making the tower, it would be a big deal. It would feel like a catastrophe. But if one person fell off the tower, no one would pay attention. No one would care, as long as the tower kept getting built. They didn't care if someone fell off the tower, because they got 10,000 other people exactly like them. So that is the problem. They started to lose their humanity. They didn't value others as individuals and what they would contribute to the community. The Midrash also tells us how God dealt with this. He made everyone speak different languages, therefore they could not communicate, which prevented them from building the Tower of Babel. Let me tell you a story. This summer I went to Berlin, Germany. My family and I had a hard time staying there. We only stayed there for 3 days, but still, it was tough. Though we did not know it ahead of our time, but our apartment and parking lot was actually right on top of Hitler's bunker. I wanted to show him that Jews are still alive and not afraid of him. I decided to show him that by walking all around the dusty parking lot while reading my Haftorah, very loud and clear. This felt very powerful and necessary to do for the Jews. On our trip, we also went to 2 concentration camps, Theresienstadt and Mauthausen. At Theresienstadt, my family walked around and saw a place where the Jews and the other prisoners slept. The sign in front of this area had the German words Arbeit macht frei, which means work makes you free. Before I chanted my Haftorah there, it was silent. No one else was around. My powerful voice echoed all around Theresienstadt concentration camp. The only sound there was my voice. Then, about 4 days later, we went to Mauthausen. There, I read my Haftorah in 2 places. One of them was while walking on the grass where once stood the building where the Jews were imprisoned. All around me were watchtowers, electric fences, and an eerie silence. And I was there to sing to all the Jews and to comfort them. In Mauthausen, there was this place called the quarry. At the stone quarry, there were a bunch of steps that the Nazis made the Jews walk up and down with giant rocks on their backs. If any of the Jews collapsed, they would get shot. Well, I climbed all 183 steps while singing my Haftorah to all of those Jews who fell down and died there. Once I started learning about my Torah portion and about the Tower of Babel, I realized how similar it felt to Hitler in the Holocaust. Hitler wanted a world with only blonde hair, blue eyes, and people in perfect condition. The people of Babel only valued those who were exactly the same and shared the same goal. Hitler did not value anyone who was different from his definition of perfection. He would kill those who didn't meet his guidelines. He wasn't afraid to kill anyone. When I went to all those concentration camps, I was living the Tower of Babel. I was in it. I saw the aftermath of someone who did not value other people's differences, who did not value their talents, their history, and their contributions to society. Even these days, many people are getting killed because of who they are, because of their religion, because of their skin color. There are extremist groups these days focused on getting people to be the same, and we have to stop them. We have to stop trying to make everyone the same and start celebrating what makes each of us unique and special in the image of God. Shabbat Shalom.